Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you guys 3 different ways to decorate a tea bag. So if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and you guys can see my next video when I post it, like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. Okay, so the first one I want to show you guys is, I want to make sure you can see it, but how to put a decal inside of a tea bag. So I think it's super fun. This is the other side, so you can't really see it, but you could totally see through that. And it's really neat when you shine a light through it too. So I got this one, and the butterfly, and there's 2 little butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. But see that? They're pretty fun. So they're kind of like a shaker. It just depends on how big a decals you put in it, or you can put just little small ones in there. And so yeah, so let's start off. So this is number 1 on how to put a decal inside of a tea bag. Okay, so what you're gonna need, and what I do is I have my Cricut machine, and I just go ahead and cut out just on manila folder here, just like that. I just put it through and just cut out whatever ones I pick through the Cricut machine, and it does a pretty good job. So these are some of the bumblebees I want to work with today, because I have a cool bumblebee journal I'm working on, and I will be showing you guys a flip through of that pretty soon. So I want to do another bumblebee here. So what you got to do is, here, let me get it back to normal here. So what you have for these kind of tea bags, I'm getting tea everywhere. Okay. So you open it up. Well, get the tea out of the way. Okay. So you just have your tea bag here, just like this. It's just a regular tea bag. The little staple on the top, and I want to keep the staple. So what I did is because they're always rounded around like that. So I just took it and I just pushed it through and turned it inside out, just like that, with the tea inside of it. So you do this, and then you just kind of, all you got to do is just barely pull, and it'll open up, because it's not sewn together or anything, it's just kind of folded over. So you just pull it, it'll open up, and you can get all the tea out of it. So you just take all the tea and you dump it all out. Okay, so there we go. And then I just find the top, where the top's going to be, and you can just see the fold over right here. So that's going to be the top of it. Okay, and what we're going to want to do is just find a decal. You can do different sizes, different ones, but I'm kind of liking the look of this one because you could see it. And I was also thinking you could ink it. See, I didn't do that on these. I didn't do inking or anything. So we could try that. Let's try it. Let's do a little darker. Let's go ahead and do walnut stain. I was going to do vintage photo, but let's do walnut stain. And here. So I don't make a big mess there. And then I'm just going to take it and just darken it up. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today, and getting out all your craft supplies and grabbing out your tea bags and seeing what we could do with them here. Because I know me and my husband would drink tea at night, and I'm always like, well, I can totally use these, and find different uses of them for them in my junk journals. And this was just a fun little thing. So there, I made it a little darker, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side, even though the other side doesn't really show, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, because what we're gonna do is just take it, and the side that you want to show, I'm just gonna go ahead and rip it as big as I need it here. So when we flip it the other way, you're gonna want to do the darker side, or whatever, the side you want to show down, like this. Okay, with the fold back behind it, with this behind it. So the side you want to show, face it inward here. So I just go ahead and put it into the little opening here. Just finagle it in there. Okay. So there we go. And then take your glue, and I'm going to use the art glitter glue. And we're just going to go ahead and glue that seam shut. So just make sure when you're gluing it that you're not actually gluing to the decal, because if you want it to shake around or move around, you don't want to glue it to the decal. So I'm just doing a bead of glue here, just like that. And I'm just closing off the opening. And then just make sure, I had it opened over here because I was getting all the tea out of this side. So just make sure you just do a little bead. You don't need a lot. Just a little bit of glue. And then just close that seam up just like that. Okay? And what I like about the art glitter glue is that it dries pretty fast. So then you don't have to worry about it seeping, you know, too much through to the other side. And yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take my fingers onto my decal here because I don't want it to bend too much. And I'm just gonna kind of pop this around and turn it right side facing out. So like that. So you can see the little staple like that. So let's see, I don't know. Let's see, do we like the darker? So this was an experiment. Let's see what you guys can see. I'll have to look through the camera, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of cool. So you can see that it's a bumblebee. I don't know. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this one. So that's fun. Yeah. And if you want, you could just take it and, you know, go ahead and ink up the sides. Just make it a little grungier. Like that. And there we go. So we got this one and then this one. So let me know in the comments, do you like the inked or not inked? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think this one kind of shows up good, but that's just a preference. So let me know in the comments. I would love to know which one. And then I just took, just for fun, and just did some sewing on my sewing machine and just ran some zigzag on each side and just kept the threads long. Just, and then when you, yeah. So this is what I was thinking. And this is the journal I'm working on right now, is I have a pocket for it. Let's see. I know I have a pocket. So this is my bumblebee journal. I'm having a great time with it, but I got too many contraptions happening. I had a pocket. So what you're gonna do is just, there we go, that's the pocket, is you can just take it and just slide it in your pocket wherever you want it, like that. And then this can just dangle out your journal like that. So you got a little dangler. So that's what I was thinking of doing with it. So that's one thing to do. Okay. So that was to add the decals, and then you can sew here. And then the next one I want to do is we're going to stencil it. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and, now this is a different kind of tea bag. This is the ones that you don't have the, you know, the string on it or anything. It's just the bags. And I went ahead and I avocado dyed this one. So that's, you know, a little tip and trick there that wasn't added in. So you can just avocado or onion skin dye these. And I'll post a link below just to show you guys how I avocado dye and onion skin dye my papers and stuff. It's the same thing, and you could do fabric too. So this is just one of the just regular square ones. And what we could do is go ahead and take just whatever stencils you have. And I figure since I went ahead and did these, I can use them as a stencil. So I'm going to stick with the bee theme here. And I'm going to stick it on there. We'll go with some walnut. And just take your dauber. And there we go. And just go ahead and just get your ink on it. All right. And there you go. And you got your fun little stencil. Okay. And now it's up to you, because this can be a no-sew or it could be sewn, is you can just take your glue and open it up and just do a bead of glue along it if you want to close it up, or you can go ahead and make it a pocket. So you did your little stencils, and then you can just find a piece of paper or something, and you can glue it and take it and just put glue on each 3 sides right here and leave the top open, glue it down, and then you got yourself a little pocket. And another option is you can go to the sewing machine and just do some sewing, just some interest sewing around, and leave the top open and leave it as a pocket. So I think I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go ahead and do some zigzag and some straight stitching, and I will show you guys how it turned out. All right, so I went ahead and just did a little sewing around like that. And then you got your fun little stencil, and I think I'm going to do that. Let's just do that. So you just take a little bit of glue and just do a bead down one side, then around the bottom, and then the side, and leave the top open for a pocket. Just pop it down. So you got yourself a little tea bag pocket here. And let's see. And the fun thing about this is it has 2 slots. So you got the one in the back behind it, and then you got the one when you open it. So you got a slot here where you can see through it, which that's really cool. So you can see the butterflies through it. And let's see. And then you got one back behind it, where you can put some taller stuff. Just go like that. And there you go. You got yourself a little fun little tea bag pocket with your stencil. So number 2 was stencil. And okay, I think I'm going to keep that like that. I like it. Okay. And now the third option here is decoupage. So this is fun. And what we're gonna do is, you know what? Since we're on the theme of doing my journal here, I want to go ahead and let's decoupage a page. So I got my calendar. This is the back of the calendar here. And I think that would be fun. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it in my journal. So I'll just try to be careful. Okay, so what I got is a glue and just water mixture here. And my paintbrush and tea bags. So I got, like I said, some onion dyed and avocado dyed tea bags. So let's see, you can see the difference here a little bit. So I think this is the onion skin, and then this is the avocado. So it's a little more yellow for the onion, a little more pink for the avocado. But okay, So what you could do is, this is just I just took tea bags, just the ones like this. These are the bigger ones. And I just opened them all the way up. Got all the tea out of it and opened them all the way up. And when I was dyeing, I went ahead, when I was using my onion skin and avocado skin, I just went ahead and laid these on top and just got them, just let them sit overnight and let them dye. And they turn out really cool. So now what you could do is you don't have to have a big piece of it, but I wanted to try something. Let's see if I wanted to try stamping on it and then try decoupaging it. So let's try that. And I don't know if it's going to smear or what's going to happen. So I haven't done that yet. So I figured let's do that together. And this is just a Tim Holtz just stamp. And I just got it off Amazon. I just wrote in Tim Holtz script stamp and these came up and they're pretty fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do black soot. And like I said, I do not know how this is going to turn out. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if we should test it on this cardboard first and see how it's going to turn out. Or just wing it and do it in my journal. Okay. I don't know. There we go. So just a little bit of, just some interest. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. Just a little bit of interest. Okay, and just straight down, straight up. There we go. Okay. Maybe dry it off a second. That might help. Okay. I think we're just going to do it. Let's just see what happens. So maybe if you get it dry, it might not smear. Okay. So I'm just going to do that. Take a little bit of my mixture here. And this mixture actually is PVA glue. It's a half a cup. I put it into a big bowl. So a half a cup of PVA glue, a quarter cup of baby powder, which is just the cornstarch. It's pure cornstarch, no talc in it or anything. So there's just cornstarch, which you could just use that. But I had this, so I figured I'd use it. And it's a quarter cup of this, and then a quarter cup of water. And you mix it in a big bowl together, and then just put it in an airtight container. And I have a video I'll post below. I got a couple of videos that shows how to take the shine, because this takes the shine out of calendars, which are, you know, shiny, calendar pages or magazine pages, or like gardening books, like books like that have the shiny kind of gloss to it. And this takes the shine out of it. So I will post the link below so you guys can come check that out. And this still works great as a decoupage, so I just use the same thing. Even though I'm not trying to take the shine out of it or anything, it's the same. It just gets the job done. But if you don't want the cornstarch or the baby powder in it, you could just do glue and water. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, and it even has a stamp right there. Ooh, it kind of makes it run a little bit. I just saw that. But you know what? I like a little character. So let's see. So let's do a layer. Just enough to stick it. Okay. So we're going to stick it down here. I'll just kind of flatten it out. Even a little bit of wrinkles in it isn't bad. I don't mind that at all. Okay, and then you take it and then just go ahead and go like this. And just put a little bit on top. Ooh, I don't know. I like it. Oh, it even shows my little stamp. So we could have stamped, you could stamp underneath it, do some stamping, and it shows through. So that was a happy little accident right there. Yeah, look at that. Cool, 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 cool. I like it. All right. Wow. I think that turned out kind of neat, huh? I know I love just playing and just, you know, just just getting out your stuff and just seeing where it takes you. You know, I'm sure we all have some tea bags. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun because I don't want this to soak through. Get on that. So this is this was shiny. It was a calendar, and I used this mixture to take the shine out, just like that. So come watch those videos. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this in a time lapse, and I'm going to heat it up with my heat gun. Okay, so I went ahead and did this side, and it's all dry, and I think it turned out great. I'm loving it. So I loved it so much, I went ahead and went on to the other side here and did the same pretty much thing. I did some stamping in the back of the bumblebees, and then I went ahead and put a decal. If you could see that right now, I put a decal just right underneath the tea. It just glued it onto the calendar part. And then I took the tea bag and put it over the top and did some stamping on top of that and then decoupaged. So I think this one turned out really cool. So that's pretty fun. You can go ahead and just put that underneath. I was just thinking about that, and I think it turned out pretty good. So there we go. So that's number 3. So I would love to hear which one is your guys' favorite in the comments. Let's see. So we did this one. Did some decoupage. We did putting the bumblebee inside. So we did inside, adding the decal into it. And then we did, yep, this is the one. So we just added it in. And then we did oh my goodness, am I gonna find it again? We did the pocket. Flinging it everywhere. Oh, I think it was on the paper, wasn't it? It was. That's why I'm not finding it. Oh, there it is. And then we did the pocket. So we did the stencil and the decal, and then I showed you guys how to add the decal inside. So I would love to hear which one is your guys' favorite. And please, if you like this video, hit a thumbs up for me. It helps me out a lot. And comment down below. Really helps out my page. And keep on crafting, guys.